Right. All right. Hello, everybody. I am excited to start a new video series. We're starting this year. We've been spotlighting businesses for 2 years now and wanted to change things up this year. So we are spotlighting local entrepreneurs, business owners who are in the Metro Atlanta, Northeast Georgia, and Athens and Oconee area. And to kick us off, we have my friend Dana with Dana Doss Design and Company. So thank you, Dana, for joining us. So let's just jump into it. So tell me a little bit about yourself. And then after that, tell me a little bit about your business and the services that you offer.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Maggie, for this opportunity. This is fun to be the first YouTube interview. So thank you very much for thinking of me and my business. I live in Oconee County, right outside of Athens, with my husband, Ryan, and then our two kids and our dog. And I used to teach 5th grade and loved it. But once I had kids, came home, and then about 3 years ago, started my website and design business, and it has been awesome. So that's a little bit about me. We go to Athens Church not far, and then just love hanging out with friends and family and community.
I love it. I love it. And so tell us a little bit about that business. What's the name of it? What services, as far as what you do? Just share with us.
Yes, absolutely. So my creative name is Doss Design & Co. So that is my business. I started it about 3 years ago out of a need. I always built websites just for myself, even when I was teaching. And I just loved that. I taught my kids in my class how to build websites, and just always been like a nerd in that sense. But I had the opportunity to build a website for my husband's aunt, and she needed it for a refurbishing business that she does, where she just makes old furniture look brand new and beautiful. And so I was like, I got you. I did it. And then when I sat down and met with her about her website, she's like, Dana, have you ever thought about doing this for other people? And I'm like, well, I love doing it, but for a business, I don't know. It's just like a hobby, and I don't want to take the joy out of it and all of that. Well, fast forward to today, I decided to go all in with it, and it has been the biggest blessing for our family. Just helping other people is something that I'm super passionate about. I want to teach them how to do their website and their technology and not make it so scary. So I build websites primarily on the platform of Squarespace and Shopify. And then I have some social media clients that I help manage their social media and create their content for them. And then I also seasonally do some graphic design. So Valentine's is coming up. So I have little Valentine cards on the site. Since my kids are little and they're doing that, I was like, I'm making them anyways. I may as well. And then I also do, stationery and Christmas cards and that type of print work. So it's been really, really neat to work with business owners in this space.
I love it. And side note, Dana did create our website. So if you've ever visited eternorealty.com, you will see her work. And she also created our logo, and you've done Christmas cards for us too, I think, for the business and personal. So definitely love your work. So thanks for that. And so inspiration wise, I know that you kind of already said that, but let's get into a little bit about talking to our audience, to tell them and share a little bit about why having a strong digital marketing strategy can significantly help their business. How can it benefit this small, mid-scale businesses today, as far as their digital landscape?
Yes, absolutely. So an example I have for this is a friend that I think so highly of, and she had this incredible business, no website, very little social media content. And so I was like, please just let me. She's like, no, my business is too small. Like, nobody will want to see a website for it. And I was like, just let me do it. So it was funny. I actually had COVID and I was in the bed and I was like, please, I'm just bored. I'm sitting here. I just want to feel better. Let me do something. And I created her website. She's a spray tan artist, and she before didn't have the ability she was constantly texting people, like telling them, this is your appointment, here's my address, like continuously repeating information. And as small business owners, that is, something that we have to do. We're meeting with people, we're one-on-one. And so my job for her, I was like, watch how much more automated this can get and still personalized. So we were able to create a calendar for her to show her availability. People could go in and book. This was almost 2 years later. She still is like, I don't know what I would do without my website. It has created such just ease in the business and then has helped her business flourish because she has a good system set up. So I love that I was able to help her do that in a really simple way. A lot of business owners will come to me and say, I know I'm supposed to have technology, or I'm supposed to have, a website or social media, but I just don't even know where to start. And so we talk about, it could be somebody that's starting out. They don't even have any branding, logo, anything like that. Or it could be a business that has been going for 5-10 years and they just know they need to catch up with where we are in the digital landscape. And so I love having those conversations and meeting them where they're at, and then being able to build on that to help them with their business, to keep it simple. The number one thing clients come to me first and said, I just want a simple website. And I need to do a reel on this, because I'm like, when I think simple, I literally think black and white, straight down, like text, copy, paste. And then really what they want is not simple, but is really easy for your client to use. So I make sure that the client knows exactly what they're trying to do and how to contact people, and think of all those, stones that might not be turned over. We do that together.
And this, I don't know, is like, I've heard also that even though you have social media, it's super important as a business to also have a website. Can you kind of talk a little bit about why it's important to have a website versus
Yes. I was just talking to a girl that I'm working with to build her site, and she said she's a landscape designer. And so she said she's working with these clients, and she has, all the state, the EIN numbers, all the things you need for your business. She has social media, but some of these clients on a larger scale that might be businesses that they want her to come and work for them, they were like, do you have a website? They want to know if she's credible, if she has, that extra layer there. So anybody can go in and put up a social media account. And frankly, anybody can go in and put up a website. But when those two talk to each other, they just create that, relationship and community, and also that professionalism that you would want from a business. So it really, they go hand in hand, and they work really well together as far as just having those layers of credibility.
I've also heard that you own your website, you don't own your social media. So like that's what they said. Like I heard somebody say one time, like if Instagram decides that they're just going to quit, or they're going to all of a sudden start charging you, or they're going to limit your content, like have that website so that you always have it, right?
Yes. Yeah. I want to say it was like in October, not last year, but the year before that. So a little over a year ago, Instagram did go down, and people were like, oh my gosh. But if they have, if you have your clients' email addresses and their contact, and you have that website that's generating more content so they can find you, it is, just a way to cover your hiney.
For sure. So, okay. Well, in what ways, and this is might be a little different, but in what ways do you think emerging technologies is kind of changing the way the small businesses or the small business world, or how they should approach their web and brand presence?
Yes, absolutely. So, AI is the big talk. It's always on the news and everything. And at first I feel like it was a manner of fear, because we didn't know what to expect. Everybody was like, oh no, AI is going to take over and take these jobs away. But in a business, especially a small business, we are people oriented a lot of times, working with people one-on-one, face-to-face, and we need people. And so I just look at those things that are coming out, because there's constantly going to be new technology. And I work really hard to not get behind on it, but it is constantly changing. And so it can be one of those overwhelming things, or you can use it as a tool. And so I look at it as a tool. What's going to make our business more efficient? What's going to be able to connect us and build a community with people? So AI, for instance, just using it as something that can help edit or help generate ideas, but not necessarily run your business, because you are the brains behind it. So just using them as tools, and not having that fear mentality when you look at, oh my gosh, technology. Because if you would have said 10 years ago that, the internet's working so well now that we're able to have these video conversations, or 2020 happened and you had to have video conversations, I think 10 years ago, people would have been like, there's no way. Or, people are creating jobs as influencers on social media. No way. And it's a thing. So just going with that change and rolling with it helps a lot.
Yeah, for sure. Well, and for somebody, I know with me personally, when you created our website, you met with me and showed me, it was a very simple process as far as how to continue to manage my website. So for someone who is like, well, after you create it, what happens? Like, how do I update it? How do I keep up with it? Like, what services do you offer after it's created, or how do you teach them so that it doesn't seem as overwhelming and daunting once they have their website created?
Yes, that's a really good question and a very popular one. So because of my background of being a teacher, I just have that heart to make sure that people know, and it is their tool. Like you said, you own it. And so I want people to be able to manage it. Number one complaint when people come to me from that already have a previous website is, I don't even know how to go in and change anything. Like if I wanted to add a picture, how do I do that? So that's part of my package, is to create your website, build it the way you want. I tell everybody, be as picky as possible. I want you to be so proud of it. And then we meet on the other side of that once it's launched, and I walk you through the whole background. So I have about 50-50. I have clients that want me to manage it, and that's absolutely fine. And then I have clients that are, ready to take ownership like you guys, and you write your blogs and things like that. And so I got to sit down and I will walk you through how to add an image, how to, put in keywords, how to put in your text, how to publish a blog. So, that really makes me happy. And I really enjoy just sitting down with my clients and seeing their faces and, their happiness after, like, I cannot believe this is ours. And, yeah, you're not done working with me once we finish the website, but it's just, an as needed basis.
Love it. So if somebody is curious or wants to contact you about building a website or social media managing, like, how would they do that? What are your social media handles? How, your website? We will, of course, include all of that in the description and on our social media as well. But how can somebody find you?
Perfect. My website is dosdesignandco.com. And then my handles are the same, and they're also found on my website. So at Doss Design & Co. for Instagram. And then on Facebook, it's facebook.com / Doss Design & Co. as well. Try to keep it simple.
Awesome. Well, one of the things that we love asking really everybody, and if you're part of our world, we start every meeting with, and of course we're ending it, but we always want to talk about the good and celebrate others. So what's something good in your life? Personal, business, both? What's happening? What's good?
Absolutely. So 2 things. As soon as we get off here, I'm going to just wrap up some of my work, but I'm going to pack because my kids and husband and I are leaving for Universal Studios. So we're pumped about that. That was a Christmas gift. So just a way to make January and not feel so cold and dark, go to Florida. So we're going to go enjoy that. And then another fun thing that I have coming up this spring is my social media course. So I'm launching that in the spring, and it is another tool for small business owners to be able to, tackle their social media and not make it such a huge task, make it fun and enjoyable. So those are some fun things that are happening.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for being the first, and for just kind of taking some time out of your day. I know you're super busy, to just meet with us and share a little bit about what you do and why you love to do it. And so if you are interested in developing that digital footprint through website development or social media strategies, contact Dana. I am sure she would be happy to help you. So thank you so much, Dana.
Thank you, Maggie, so much for letting me share. I appreciate you and all you're doing for businesses. Thank you.